Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I want to speak to you guys about some of the questions that I get on a regular basis, and I want to speak about it as a topic because I think it's really important that we speak about how ADHD is unique to you. And I think that is so important because a lot of people, not only girls, not only females, they go on like completely missed and undiagnosed because they don't have the hyperactivity trait of ADHD, and people automatically assume that you have to be hyperactive to have ADHD. And I want to speak and make it kind of people more aware that you don't have to necessarily be hyperactive to have ADHD. There are loads of people with ADHD that are hyperactive, and there are loads of people with ADHD that are not hyperactive, which have the inattentive type. So today's video, I want to speak about how ADHD is unique to you, and I just want to set the stigma straight. I want to give you examples of how one ADHD is to the other. Like, there is no one size fits all. Like, there is no no ADHD is going to be the same, and I want to get that out. I want to give you as many examples as I possibly can. So yeah, let's get on to today's video. So if you can smash me a big thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel, I would honestly be so appreciative. I really love creating videos, and you know, the more followers, the subscribers, the more engagement I get, it pumps me up, and I just want to keep doing it. So yeah, show me some love, guys. So let's get on to the video. So like I just explained, I regularly on my Instagram get a lot of video requests. No, I don't. So like I just explained quite briefly, I get a lot of messages on Instagram, Facebook, some comments on my YouTube videos about like, can I have ADHD if I'm not da 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 da, or if I'm not da 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 da, does that mean I can't have ADHD? And honestly, the answer is no. Just because you aren't hyperactive or you can pay attention, it doesn't mean that you don't have ADHD. There are three types of ADHD. So there's the inattentive type of ADHD. There is also the hyperactivity and impulsive type, but you can also get the combined type of ADHD, which is both the other two traits smashed together, and you get a whole load of everything. That's the type of ADHD I am officially diagnosed with. I have the combined type. As you can see, I'm quite hyper. I move a lot when I talk. My eyes dart around the room all the time. So yeah, I'm quite a hyperactive person, not only physically, but my mind is always on the go. Your ADHD is unique to you, and that is what today's video is about. So I'm just going to jump straight in here and give you some examples of how some ADHDs are different than others, and I just want to get across that not everybody is going to have the same traits. So just because there are people that have the combined type just like I am, that doesn't mean we're going to have the same traits. What I struggle with, they may not. What works for them probably won't work for me. Everyone's ADHD is different. Everyone's, you know, unique. That is exactly what I'm trying to get at. Everyone's ADHD is unique to them, and how you treat it, how you cope with it, what your strategies are, how you choose to feel about your ADHD. Some think it's a superpower, some really don't think it's a superpower. How you feel is completely unique to you. Your experience is unique to you, and that is what this video is about, okay? As you can guess, ADHD is unique to you. So let's get on to some examples of some ADHDers and other ADHDers. So let's get on, because otherwise I'm going to be here just keep saying unique to you, unique to you, unique to you. So let's just get on. For the first example, I'm going to use the one I keep saying, and some ADHDers are hyperactive, while other ADHDers are not hyperactive. So you can be hyperactive, and you don't have to be hyperactive to have ADHD, but you can also be in the middle, which is the combined type. So this type is where you are and you aren't. So yeah. The next one is some ADHDs can focus, where other ADHDs can't focus at all. They really struggle. Again, you can be in the middle, and you may struggle to focus sometimes, and if you're super passionate, you can probably focus a lot more than if you aren't passionate. You don't have to be either one, you could be in the middle, but if you are, you can and you can't. They both still have ADHD regardless. So this is another important one because I get a lot of questions based around this particular trait and question. So some ADHDers can talk excessively and be quite confident and overpowering, quite loud, whereas some ADHDers can be super quiet and really shy and, you know, just want to be on their own and like their own space. But again, you can be in the middle, and mood can, you know, how you feel, your environment, it can fluctuate how you feel. Again, that's more like the combined type, but you can be one side and you can be the other. They are both valid, they are both ADHD. You don't have to be one or the other to have ADHD. You can be either and still have ADHD, or you can be like me and be in the middle, where sometimes I want to be on my own, but other times I'm really chatty, really loud and confident, whereas other times I really just don't want to be with anyone. I want to be on my own, super quiet, overwhelmed easily. So, you know, it's like a seesaw. Some days you feel like this, some days you don't. Some people are, some people aren't. Some people are just dead in the middle. There's like any option here doesn't like invalidate or validate that you have ADHD, because it's such a seesaw. Some are, some aren't, and they both have a valid ADHD diagnosis. It's completely unique to you. This is another one. Some people are super forgetful, whereas some people with ADHD have a fantastic memory. It all depends on my focus, my mood, my environment. Am I overwhelmed? Is it loud in here? Am I interested? So some people with ADHD can have real great memory, whereas some people can just have totally like an awful memory. And some people are like me, where you're in the middle and sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. But again, all three options are valid. All three options can still be ADHD. So I found this to be a really like controversial topic every time I've spoken about it. So I'm probably going to get some slack here. But some ADHDers struggle with employment. Some ADHDers do not. Some people can like be okay but struggle sometimes, but sometimes thrive. Again, that's the middle. On this occasion, I really struggle with employment. I've had so many jobs. Every single job I've ended up having to like quit because the environment is toxic. I end up going sick all the time, and I get myself in trouble for going like off sick, and I just can't cope, and it's really difficult for me. Whereas sometimes people thrive, and having that routine and that structure, having that responsibility is really great for them. And I am so envious of you guys, because I wish I could be out earning loads of money, but unfortunately I sit here in front of a camera and just talk to myself the majority of the time. But yeah, you can be in the middle, like I say, but on this occasion I really struggle, and it doesn't matter regardless kind of like what part you're in, you can still have ADHD. Each of these kind of things are valid. Like I keep saying, it is unique to you. So some ADHDs are really good at organising and planning ahead, whereas some ADHDs are not quite as good as that. They're really terrible. Me. Whereas again, some could be in the middle, some could be really kind of okay sometimes, depending on environment, what they're doing. Do they really want to go? Are they passionate about it? You know, and some can do the planning stage, but following through and being organised, it just doesn't all work out. So some people are real great at it, and the structure and the routine really is good for them, whereas people like me just suck at it, and it doesn't matter how many times you try, you will just never ever be that organised person who turns up on time, or you turn up way too early because you're anxious. And then basically, yeah, either of any of these kind of options are totally valid. You can have ADHD either way, but yeah, it's just, yeah. Some ADHDers struggle with social communication, understanding social cues, basically struggle with social skills. Some people really are like me and struggle a lot, whereas some people are okay depending on who they're with, the amount of people, the environment, whereas some people are amazing at it, and being out, being social is what they enjoy. Some ADHDers have sleep problems, so for example insomnia, and just being totally exhausted, or just not being able to sleep or get off to sleep, being able to get off to sleep but not having a restful night's sleep. So yeah, some people are like me and really struggle with sleep, whereas some people do not have any issue. I'm jealous of those people. Have no issue getting to sleep, staying asleep, having a good kind of sleeping habit. There are some people that can do that. Believe me, there are some people. But yeah, you can still have ADHD even if you don't struggle with sleep. And if you do, you can still have trouble. You can still have ADHD even if you're in the middle and sometimes you're okay, sometimes you're not. Then again, you can still have ADHD. So I have left this one to last because you guys know that this is one of my biggest struggles in life, is maintaining friendships and romantic personal relationships. So I've spoken on many occasions about this and it is a huge struggle for me. So some people with ADHD struggle with relationships, dating and friendships, whereas some people really don't, and you know, they are great at it. Whereas some people in the middle, like, they're okay at it, but they're not natural. They have to mask who they are. Basically, again, any three of these things, you could be great, you can't be great, you're in the middle. Any of those three things do not necessarily mean you do not have it or you do have it. Like, you could be either. You could be any of these and still have ADHD, because ADHD is unique to you. I just want to say thank you so much for supporting my videos, and head over to my Instagram and my Facebook and my Twitter. I am quite a regular poster on my Instagram. I post a lot of kind of video content that I do, and I make them into slides and infographics so they're accessible to everybody. Some people don't like watching my videos because I talk too much. But yeah, I have other social medias where you can go check out all my infographics. So yeah, thank you so much for watching my videos. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll see you next time, guys. Remember to like and subscribe. Yeah, so have a good day and I'll see you next time. Bye!